Well, hello everyone. Happy holidays from my home to yours. I just figured I do a special message, un mensaje especial de mi casa a tu casa, from my home to yours. And listening to, I am like wishing for a white Christmas. No, it's not happening here today. That's for sure. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning somewhere out there in the world. Changes are happening. Start of the new year. Merry Christmas to you guys. Buenas tardes a toda mi linda gente. This will be a bilingual message. Este mensaje será en inglés y en español. ¿Por qué? Porque no he felicitado a mi gente en español. No les he deseado una feliz Navidad a mi gente, a mi pueblo querido, a mi hijo México lindo y querido, a mis amistades de Barcelona, España, de Argentina, México y todo el país aquí y en otras naciones. Quiero desearles una feliz Navidad. El año nuevo todavía no llega y claro, está por llegar. I'm just going to wish you a Merry Christmas, not a Happy New Year yet. Or maybe I should. Yes, I'll just wish you a Happy New Year because this is also a new audience, also on Twitch TV. So I want to thank you for joining me. I know this was not planned nor scheduled, but I remember, you know how the Facebook brings you memories, and I saw a memory 2 years ago. I'm wearing the same sweater. You're probably saying, Eve, don't you shop? I do, but I don't do a lot of Christmas, attire other than red, black, green, the festive colors. But I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas today here on Real Talk with E.V.E. And I have been feeling some kind of way in and out this entire week and during this holiday season. And so what I've seen in some families is not being together or not having their loved ones here with them. When I mean here with them, I mean here on earth. Several of us have lost some loved ones that you can't help, right? You just it happens. And several years ago, I lost a dear sister. Um, she passed away right in the midst of COVID, but I know that she's in a better place. She's no longer coughing. And many of you are missing your loved ones during this season. Muchos de ustedes no tienen a sus seres queridos en esta temporada, ya sea que no están reunidos juntos como familia o que hayan fallecido y que no existen en persona aquí con ustedes. Y pues ustedes, a lo que yo veo que muchos se ponen tristes, se deprimen y pues cuando alguien está en dolor, lo siento yo. When I see people in pain, I don't know, I don't know if I should call it a gift, but I feel the pain of others. And that's something that I have felt for many years. And it pains me to see someone else in pain. Me duele a mí cuando alguien más también estará en dolor. Pero saben que aún hay un mañana. There is still a tomorrow. This too shall pass. Esto pasará. Lo que están sintiendo temporalmente. Y pues para los que ahorita se sienten deprimidos, se sienten decaídos, this goes out to those that are feeling down, feeling depressed. I just want to tell you that you're not alone. You're not the only one feeling that way. Many people are during this season. But what I encourage you to do is lift your spirit up. I have been a self-motivator or motivating person since I can recall. Um, Sometimes we just have to put our mind at ease and put our mind on the positive things, on the things that we know that make us feel good. Whether it's just treating somebody for breakfast, somebody for lunch, and not letting them know that's a good feeling, right? No deed is too small or too great. And that makes me feel good, not necessarily me putting it out there and telling you this is what I do. But from time to time, I feel it in me that I should do that. And so I do things to keep me from feeling sad. Do I have these moments sometimes? Of course I do. Of course I do. And it doesn't make me different, doesn't make me any better than anybody else. But the thing about feeling down and feeling some kind of way other than happy or joyous is all on us. It's all up to us. En esta temporada muchos de nosotros sentimos tristeza y pues cuando ustedes sienten eso, yo no sé qué se ponen a hacer o qué, pero les debo de, lo que quiero es más que nada es aconsejarles que hagan algo bueno, algo positivo, y que se sientan bien en hacerlo. No sé, comprarles el almuerzo, el desayuno a alguien sin que se den cuenta que ustedes les compraron el desayuno, o como decimos nosotros acá en México, picharnos, ¿ok? Picharles el desayuno o el almuerzo y sin dejarles saber que ustedes están haciendo eso. Eso para mí me trae una satisfacción, perdón, en mi corazón, que hago eso, hago algo noble, algo bueno, y eso me hace sentir bendecida. When you're blessing someone, you're blessing yourself. And so during this season, am I around my entire family like I'd love to? No. But do I have hope? Yes, of course. I don't lose hope. I don't lose hope. And neither should you. If your family's not together, don't lose hope. Just keep praying, and this too shall pass, and one day it'll happen. One day it'll happen, and I'm just here to bring some insight, to bring some good feeling to you, and hopefully it happens. And I do apologize that I'm not able to see your comments, but I will go back and respond to you, so I don't keep putting my glasses on so that I can see what I'm looking at. So also, before I forget, because sometimes I do forget, let me tell you, I've been forgetful lately. It's because my brain is on overload. Um, I have used my brain for a lot, and I've been working diligently, and I'm forgetting names. Isn't that something? Some may say, oh, it's old age, Eve. I'm not old. I'll rebuke that if somebody calls me old, because I am 55 years young, and my next year will be my number 56. And I am just grateful that I get to live that many years here on earth. And I hope to God that I get to live another 50 years. But I also have to take care of me in order for that to happen. Um, but there are some changes in 2024. I don't do resolutions. I don't do none of that stuff because I probably won't even end up doing them. Like most of you guys, oh, your resolution is to go on a diet, to work out, or to do this or that. I don't do that. Kudos to you if you can keep up with that and stay committed to those resolutions. I don't do those things. But one thing that we need to start doing is learning to take better care of ourselves. And that's something that I will start doing even more. Yo digo, cerros, viejos los cerros, ¿verdad? Yo tengo 55 años de joven y espero que Dios me dé 50 más para vivir, pero para seguir, para que llegue a cumplir eso, si Dios lo quiere, ¿verdad? Si Dios lo manda, que llegue a vivir otros 50 años, es que tengo que cuidarme a mí misma, tengo que cuidarme mejor, más que nada, quererme, amarme a mí misma. Por eso yo quiero a la gente, al pueblo, a ustedes los quiero mucho, porque yo me quiero mucho a mí. Y pues este mensaje es para darles una luz, una esperanza. Que el mañana, claro, no está prometido. Tomorrow's not promised, but I'm just hoping that I give you some hope and light out of your temporary situation. Many have departed here from earth, young and older. Some are due to addictions, due to not taking care of themselves. And my thoughts and prayers go out to you, the family that have been going through that or are just now recently going through that. Tenemos que querernos para querer y amar a otros. Tenemos que perdonarnos primero a nosotros para poder perdonar a otros también, pero tenemos que perdonar a otros para ser perdonados nosotros. Y esta Navidad, en esta temporada, es no tanto que por el dinero, los regalos y esto y lo otro, ¿verdad? Sino es la unidad, el amor, la comprensión, la compasión y el amor y el perdón en nuestra gente, nuestra familia, nuestros seres queridos. Que eso es algo grande que debemos de hacer, pero en muchos casos nos cuesta. Nos cuesta hacer algo que debemos de hacer para seguir adelante y estar más sanos en el corazón y en nuestra alma. Something that many of us, I shouldn't count myself, but I'm not here to say I'm better than anybody else. Not at all. And neither are you better than me. We're human. We bleed. We hurt. We have a heart, right? But Once upon a time, it was hard for me to forgive, but that was a long, long, long time ago. Pero nos cuesta mucho. It's hard for you to forgive others. But remember why you're forgiving others. It's not so much about them, it's for you. For you in this season, it's about forgiveness. Because enough of seeing families separated, divided, enough of families saying, well, she doesn't talk to me. He doesn't talk to me. We haven't talked in many years. We haven't done this. We haven't done that. Reach out to your loved ones. And that's what I do. I was actually blessed this morning that, I wake up very early and then I pray and listen to a sermon. And sometimes I pray until I go back to sleep, or I just decide to get up after an hour or two of not going back to sleep. And then I greet you. I greet the world because I just love to do that. And hoping that that brings somebody some sunshine, and hoping that that brings you some inspiration, some motivation. And some may ask, well, who motivates you? El de arriba es el que me motiva a mí. It's because I love life. But al fin de podernos motivar nosotros mismos es querer y amar nuestra vida. Nos sale más fácil cuando amamos nuestra vida en levantar el ánimo de alguien más. In inspiring somebody else, lifting somebody's spirit. I love that. I'm genuine in doing that because it truly comes genuinely from my corazón. Okay, I see some of you commenting. Hey, World of Inspirations Ministry, shout out to you. Feliz Navidad. Okay, I just saw those messages pop up, but I just want to talk to your heart for a minute and allow me to come into your home, to your cars, wherever you are watching me from, de donde estén viéndome. Déjenme entrar a sus casitas, pero más que nada a su corazón en estos minutos. This is like a quicker picker upper moment with E.V.E, which I miss doing them, guys. And I know some of you miss them too. I just don't do them while I'm driving anymore. And I have just been building businesses, building with others. And soon you'll know in 2024, I just can't speak of those just yet until God says it's ready to put out there in the light, right? And well, this show, let me just tell you before I forget, antes de que se me olvide, lo que va a ser, va a haber algunos cambios en el 2024. Okay, the first change will be this show. I know I haven't done the Face of a Hero show in the last couple of weeks, and I know that I've missed this show in the last couple of weeks. Things will change. I will change the time to Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, early enough for others and late enough for other states as well. So I was going to do it 7, but I just changed it right now to Sundays at 8 p.m. Este programa lo voy a cambiar, perdón, en el año nuevo 2024, los domingos a las 8 de la noche. Sundays at 8 p.m. I will catch you at home and not really driving or having dinner with family. Because, this is about real talk and having conversations that is hard to have. And bringing light out of what other people do in the community, in the region, in the world. I'm a world changer, but it's not about me. But yes, God uses me in so many different ways, and I'm grateful and thankful for that. And I'm going to continue to let Him use me. And it's just a good feeling that He does, right? Dejen que Dios los use, porque cuando los utiliza a ustedes como su vasija, bendicen a mucha gente, pero más que nada te estás bendiciendo a tú mismo. I'm going to reintroduce myself. There's a lot of things that I have been working on. Monday to Sunday sometimes. Saludos a mi Mexico. I want to greet my people from Mexico once again because I do have a team down there in Mexico. And that's Claudia and Sandro y mi querido amigo hermano Pedro, and those that are growing with our team as well in Mexico. I just pray that you find it in your heart to forgive, to be the first to reach out to your family members, to your loved ones if you haven't. I recommend you do that. Para el que no ha buscado a sus seres queridos, les aconsejo que lo hagan, que no esperen a que los otros lo esperen a que lo hagan también, porque si tú estás esperando que tu hermano te llame y tú esperando y él esperando que tú le llames, nunca se van a hablar. Así que tú seas la persona grande. You be the bigger person and reach out to your loved ones. Tell them that you love them and that you miss them. And forget what happened in the past. Forget what happened in the yesterday. Olvídense de lo que pasó en el pasado, de lo que te hicieron en el pasado. El ayer ya se pasó, ya no regresa, ya se fue. Estamos ahora en el hoy, en el presente. Live in the present, live in the now. You know, after this show, just text if you don't feel like having them hear your voice text so they could hear your voice and not necessarily do a phone call, but reach out and touch someone today. Reach out to your loved ones. Reach out to those that have been waiting to hear from you, and you're probably waiting to hear from them too. But you know what? If we keep waiting, who's going to do the first? Who's going to take the first step? Si tú esperas a que tu hermano, tu hermana, tu prima, tu vecino te llame y ellos te están esperando que tú también lo hagas y ya han pasado 3, 4, 5 años, caramba, ¿quién lo va a hacer entonces? Nos vamos a morir esperando. We're going to die waiting. And then you're going to wish you could have, would have, should have. Live with no regrets. No tengas ese remordimiento. Y después lo lamentas por no haberlo hecho. Estamos en el momento, en el ahora. Llama a tu hermano, tu amigo, tu mejor amiga, tu prima, tu tía, tu mamá, tu papá. Love thy neighbor as yourself. Vive y ama a tu prójimo como tú te amas a ti. Y sabes, haz el bien sin mirar a quién. Do good to those who wrong you. El que te hace daño, olvídalo, perdónalo, porque no sabes lo que hace. Te voy a llevar otra vez a la cruz. I'm going to take you again to the cross. Forgive them for they know not what they do. Isn't that what Jesus said at the cross? Because, see, this is the reason. Jesus is the reason for this season. Cristo Jesús es la razón por esta temporada, por estas fiestas navideñas que muchos de nosotros festejamos, por la existencia de Él. Y más que nada, porque murió en la cruz por ti y por mí. He died on the cross for you and me. You know, I was at church yesterday and Saturday. For those of you that don't know, I'm a minister. I'm an ordained minister. I'm an elder at my church, and I'm a servant leader. And I love to serve. I'd love to wash someone's feet and not asking for them to wash mine. That's just who I am. Not expecting you to do the same. But I'm leading by example. And I had 3 services, 2 yesterday and Saturday. Eve, don't you get tired? No, I don't get tired of serving. I went to serve. I went to be the light. One more light in everybody else's light to light up even brighter. And there's one scene. I'm going to go into Spanish in a little bit. Esperen un momento. Les voy a contar en español también, okay? And there's a scene where Scrooge, you know, he got saved. Bah humbug, right? Scrooge got saved, right? And he was at the cross, but that song that was playing, just had me all teary-eyed and all messed up. But it's because of what God or what Christ did for me, but more than anything, because I know how many families are living like Scrooge. I have seen it personally. I have heard it. You know, I don't troll on social media, but the Lord leads me to certain people. And all I do is pray. And I'll stand in the gap for many, and I will continue to intercede for families, for friends. But that scene really touched me because Jesus moved Scrooge, and I have it on my social media, so watch those few minutes that I recorded because the service, the candlelight service is down because of certain music, you know, and I don't have the right to the music either, but the message was so impactful, was powerful, was so powerful. And then Scrooge was saved because he didn't realize what Christ was doing for him. And that's many of you. I was there before too. We don't realize what he's doing for us and in us. And when you started feeling different, like, wow, you know, I'm not drinking anymore, or I don't have a taste for alcohol anymore, or I just don't feel like smoking anymore. Or, you know, I pray for those that smoke right now. If you are watching me and you smoke, I pray that the next cigarette that you light up smells and tastes like tar or something worse, because it's not healthy for your lungs. My mom used to be a secondhand smoker from my dad. My dad smoked since he was a kid, 9 years young of age, because, you know, in Mexico, they didn't have that age requirement way back when in the 30s. And having secondhand smoke is bad too. And there are still some casinos where you walk in and it's like, I walk in 5 minutes out the door, I'm like tasting tobacco. It's nasty. So I pray that you are a smoker, you have that habit, that you break those habits, that God just breaks those chains of being a slave to that habit, the habit of alcohol, the habit of drugs, the habit of smoking. It becomes a habit when you start doing it. And then you just can't break that habit, but you can do it. You're not alone. You can do it. Just reach out to him and he'll help you do it. But stop saying, I'm waiting on God. Oh, I want to quit, but I'm waiting on God. Do you know he's waiting on you? I don't know why I'm saying this right now, but somebody's watching this, probably a smoker. And I have seen smokers in church, and when I hug them, the taste, but then the Lord says, tell them this. And so I whispered in their ear, and then some of them may have passed on because I haven't seen them. After 2, 3 years of seeing them at church every weekend or every Wednesday, I don't see them anymore. And I just pray that they're still alive and they kick that habit. Alcoholism is a disease. I pray for those that can't drop that bottle, that the next drink you have tastes like worse than when you go to the bathroom. I don't like talking like that, so this is the only way I can express it and explain this to you. But people get sick after drinking so much that you're tearing your insides, your organs. You're destroying them, but you're also destroying your families. I pray that you see what you're doing, that you look in the mirror real good and real close and you stop that habit. Do it for you and do it for your loved ones and reach out to them and tell them you need help. Because I know that your ego and your pride will lead you to destruction. And that's what keeping you from really seeing the truth, that you're destroying yourself and your family. I have seen divorces because of those habits, especially the drinking and the drugs. I can't stand any of them, drugs, drinking, nor smoking. But hey, I'm not judging you. I'm loving on you. And that's why I always say that I trust my enemy more for telling me that, I respect the enemy for telling me the truth more than my best friend for lying to me. So I'm just speaking from the heart, speaking with truth here to you, that if you have those habits, let them go, break those chains, because you can do it. Si se puede. Si tú estás adicto. These are addictions that I'm talking about, people. And I'm just using the word habit because it started somewhere. Say no. Eres adicto a la droga, adicto al alcohol o adicto a fumar. Eso te va a estar destruyendo poco a poquito tus órganos, tu salud y tu familia. Y tu bolsillo. That also makes you spend money that you really don't have on that. But for some reason, those that have that habit of drinking, they find money. Same thing for smoking. They certainly will find money for that, but they won't find money for food or to pay bills. That's a sickness. That's not okay up here and here. It becomes a problem. Cae en un problema en las familias. Las familias se dividen, se divorcian por estas adicciones. Y quiero hablarles con el corazón en mi mano, porque los quiero y los respeto y no los estoy juzgando. Si alguien está viendo este video y es adicto al alcohol, las drogas o a la nicotina, al fumar, déjenlo. Muchos he escuchado que dicen, ay, ya quiero dejar este hábito, esta adicción. Estoy esperando que Dios me lo quite. ¿Qué? Dios está esperándote a ti, que tú vengas y le digas, ya, me rindo y lo reprendo. Quítame esto y te lo quita. Que si tú eres uno de esos que te gusta el trago y no te ves en el espejo, que el que está dañándose eres tú y no los demás, ni tus familiares, ni quien esté a tu alrededor más que tú. Nadie te pone la pistola para que te lo tomes. Nadie te pone a la pistola para que tomes esas drogas o fumes. Yo sé que es difícil. Busca ayuda. Seek help. Seek help. Because alcoholism is a disease, but you can get cured from that. Same thing with drug addiction. Get help. Get help. El orgullo y el ego vas a ver que te caes en destrucción. Créeme lo que te estoy diciendo. Te lo digo con el corazón en las manos, porque te quiero. y porque quiero lo mejor para ti. I want what's best for you. So let's sow a good deed today. It's Christmas Day. Es el día de Navidad. Some of you don't celebrate Christmas, but you do celebrate something, whatever it is. Celebrate your life. Si no celebras la Navidad, mis respetos para ti, pero si celebras cosas, que ese, no sé lo que celebran, pero sí celebran cosas. ¿Y sabes lo que debes de celebrar? Es tu vida. Hoy. Celebra el día de hoy. Para nosotros, muchos de nosotros, es Navidad. Muchos están ahorita entre sus familias, riéndose, abriendo juguetes, los niños jugando con sus juguetes, abriendo regalos, besos y abrazos, comiendo a tamales, atole. You know, many of you right now are celebrating with your families, with your loved ones, seeing the children run around, opening presents. I missed all that time. And hopefully I get to see my great nieces and great nephews do the same thing. Or great nieces and nephews. Open up presents, seeing them just being full of joy, laughter, happiness. And that's what we all need to be. Because in the eyes of God, we're all one family. Bajo los ojos de Dios, todos somos una familia, por si no lo sabían. Todos somos una familia. Y tarde o temprano, veré otra vez niños corriendo, abriendo sus juguetes en la medianoche, el día de Nochebuena, amaneciendo Navidad. Eso lo extraño yo porque así me crié. And I hope that your families continue those traditions that you were raised to have when you were little. Some of us don't have them anymore, especially if we have a very small family. You know, my son is in Colorado. I love him and I miss him. My daughter was here earlier, not to bring my personal business to you, but I do have family, my family at church. I wish them a Merry Christmas. We all were together yesterday for 2 services and Saturday, and it was amazing, spectacular, wonderful, powerful service about forgiveness, about lighting the light. Are you helping light someone's light or are you helping dim their light? Don't dim your own light. Shine bright like a diamond. That's right. The light is in you right here. ¿Tú eres una de esas personas que apagan la luz de otros o dejas que otros apaguen tu luz? Deja, no lo permitas. Debes de ser una persona que tiene esa luz brillante, brillando fuerte como la estrella que vemos en el cielo. Ayuda a que también brille la luz de otros, ¿sí? Help bring light out of other things, out of other situations. Don't be the negative Nancy, the Debbie Downer, the party pooper, the gossiper. Don't do that. May you be better than not and not bitter, okay? I thank you for listening. Real talk, and this was some real talk from E.V.E., although the show is Real Talk with E.V.E. New time, and I'll be posting it out there on all my social media platforms. My new time is Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will pray about The Face of a Hero because that show is so important that I may just do it back to back. The Face of a Hero is so important because we hear about the hero's life, what it's like to be in their shoes, what is it like to be who they are, and the things that they do to make a difference. We have so many heroes across the nation, and many don't know. I know that some are modest and humble and don't let others know or don't want others to know what they do. I'm one of those. I don't need to tell you everything I do for others. Only God knows. As long as He sees what I do for others, hey, the windows of heaven are opening up for me. So, on that note, I leave you with this: love yourself, forgive yourself, love others, and forgive them too, so that you can be forgiven. May you have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Que tengan un buen día, lo que queda de este día. Ámate primero para que ames a otros y perdónate. Y perdona a los demás, los que te han hecho daño. Perdónalos. No los necesitas tener en tu vida para el fin de perdonarlos. You don't need to have them in your life in order for you to forgive them. Pero perdónalos para que tú seas perdonado también. ¿Sí? Hay que ser mejor persona. Hay que ser la luz para el otro. There's no place like home for the holidays. Listen to that. How far away you are. or how far away you go, whatever. For those that can't be home, we're praying for you. In Tennessee. All right. I leave you with that. I hope that you've enjoyed today. This was a last minute. Um, Actually, I did this 2 years ago at 8:30 p.m. wearing the same sweater. Look at that. I was talking about COVID testing 2 years ago, December 25th, 2021. But 2 years later, fast forward, December 25th, 2023. There's no place like home for the holidays. From my home to yours. Peace to you. God bless you. Que Dios te me bendiga. Cuídense, quiéranse, respétense. Oh, hey, Robert Sells. I'm sorry. Now I see who it is. Words of Inspiration Ministries. You guys got to check them out in Tennessee. The Sells, my brother and sister. God bless you guys. Peace to you. Oh my gosh. I can only say that all I have for you is nothing but blessings, nothing but great thoughts and prayers from me to you. Thank you for joining me here from my warm home to yours. And on that note, nos vemos. Hasta la próxima.